Hi, don't miss my tutorials. I'm continuing the 2D to 3D series with one of my son's heroes. Let's add sphere from the scene menu, validate, subdivide, and then give an oval shape. For a shape similar to our hero's head, let's shape over the image by changing the overlay setting from the background menu. I think it has a head like this. Make the front look oval, from top shape more round. Let's clone and shape the sphere for its big nose. When shaping the nose, it is necessary to consider the front view. The image also looks sideways, but we should consider the face from the front while sculpting 3D. I'm going to drag the nose with drag tool and insert the face. The important thing here is decrease the radius, so we can drag small pieces, not big pieces. Open the Symmetry menu and select the Z-plane and give the nose a symmetrical shape while shaping it. I've never seen such a nose, whatever it came to his mind. This nose is easy to draw, but I had a hard time comparing it to what he did. Choose Lathe tool, Curve and Fixed. Draw the neck with the help of the symmetry line created with Fixed and adjust it under the head. Don't worry about the joins appearing. Then we'll merge all the pieces with a voxel merge so that no joins are visible. Validate the neck. Don't forget to name and subdivide the parts each time. Select Lathe tool and all the parts. Come to the middle of the symmetry line and make the body with Lathe tool. Let's validate and subdivide. Let's add a sphere to make ears. Make a flat oval shape and place it on the head. When adding the parts, as I said before, look at the face from the front. After validating, little bit increase the radius and give the bulge behind the ear by lightly touching the middle with the drag tool. Increase the overlay setting from the background and place the ear similar to the image. Since it is 3D, the other ear doesn't need to be visible in the image. We should do the other ear as well. Let's clone the ear we made and put the other ear in its place. We can start making the eyes. For this, add a sphere and make an oval, slightly bulging eye as in the image. To work comfortably with a single piece, select Solo and deselect it when you're done shaping. Place the eye we shaped by looking at its face from the front, validate and subdivide. Clone the eye and put the second one next to it. Look at the eyes we placed from the front and from the position that should be the main one and make the changes. After I put the eyes, I see that the nose should go up a little bit. Let's lift it up a little bit. Inflate the area under the nose with the Inflate tool for the mouth. Let's pull it out a bit with the Drag tool. It has a protruding mouth. Select all the parts, come over the image with Gizmo and draw the arms using the Tube tool. Select the Tube tool, curve and shape the arm as in the image. Duplicate the arm with Mirror. Select Mirror and confirm it by choosing Keep Instance from the Validate options so that we can place our arms one by one with Gizmo. Check the position of the arms by turning them in all directions and make the changes. Now that we will move on to the merge process, let's put the finishing touches on all the parts separately. As I mentioned in my previous video, let's clone the sphere to make its mouth and place it under the nose by giving it a round shape. First, select mouth but turn off the view and then select everything except the eyes. Give the resolution value of about 300 from the voxel remeshing menu and tap to remesh. As all the pieces came together, the mouth cavity was formed. Now smooth everything that is merged with the Smooth tool. Soften the joints around mouth and everywhere so that there are no merged marks. Now shape the ears using the Crease tool as he drew in the image. Decrease the radius setting to create fine lines with the Crease tool. We can deepen the line by going over it a couple of times. But here is an important point. Over-sculpting can change the topology. Now that we remesh, let's draw eye sockets under eyes. All sculpts done before remesh could be changed, so we do it after remesh. As we can see in the image, eyes have half eyelids. For this, we clone one eye and lift it up with the gizmo, then cut it in half with the trim tool. Let's apply this to both eyes. Eyelids should be included in the head. For this we should make the eyelids and remesh them with the head after finishing their adjustments. For this, select eyelids and the part we remesh and remesh them again so that the eyelids will join with the head. Smooth the remeshed parts with Smooth tool. Everything about the face is over, only the punk hair is left. Now let's choose the mask tool to make the hair and draw it lengthwise up to neck. Open the mask settings, first sharpen the mask, then set a value for shell thickness about 0.3 and extract. Select the head and make it a clear mask and soften its edges. Select drag tool with low radius and drag upwards. Be careful while dragging, it may slide to the side in front view. If it slides, you can correct it with the drag tool. Insert the bottom of the hair into head and shape with clay tool using Scratch Alpha. Let's do the final touches and finish the hair. I made the basic body before, but in the image the legs are triangular, so I will cut the bottom of the body with trim tool and try to add a cone. Add cone from scene menu and replace under the body as a leg. Let's turn it upside down and place it on the body with the thought that it is one of the legs. Duplicate the cone with mirror. Select mirror and cone and move under the body. Let's place the triangular legs under the body with a gizmo. It is difficult to place two cones in a circle. After completing the placement, cut the bottom of the cones with trim tool. Try to equalize the edges of the cones with the drag tool to the upper body. The important thing here is to equalize each piece without too many borders. For this, we must also shape the upper body. We will destroy the joints by remesh. Check the body from all sides, protrude a little behind and prepare for remesh. Choose the legs and body, then open voxel merge, give a value of about 300 and tap to remesh, then soften the starting places with the Smooth tool as we did before. Choose the Mask tool, increase the radius for wide places, decrease for sensitive areas, and draw the upper outfit. We have to make sure we apply a mask all over it or it's extracy. While making a mask, if you cannot make smooth lines, try subdivide once. Be careful that you do not paint an extra place. It is a job that needs to be done very precisely. You can delete the sections you don't want with Unmask. I am blurring the mask so that there are no visible border pixels. Open the mask settings and blur the border of the mask we have drawn. Give a value to shell thickness and extract. Select body and tap to clear mask. Smooth the edges with Smooth tool. Let's open the collar using the drag tool. The important thing here is the radius setting. I was always doing it low. Now I'm going to do a wider drag, so I increased it. Shape the collar with the drag tool without much deformation. Let's do for the pants the same way we did for the top outfit. I'm speeding this part up cause you already fully understand this masking. We've finished the trouser, and we'll do the touch-ups later. Let's do hands now. Add sphere for this. Minimize with gizmo. Mirror the sphere, validate and subdivide. Bring the hands to the level of the arms with gizmo and choose mirror and sphere. Put them both under the arms with gizmo. Turn to the side and adjust the position of the hands from there. Choose drag tool and carve out the palm. And if we think about our palm, some parts are swollen like the side of our thumb. Use inflate tool for these. Choose tube tool and make fingers. An important point is that if you add the newly created object under the mirror, it will join the group you created with mirror before. Turn off all the views of others to work comfortably. Let's control and shape the palm, the top of the hand from all sides with the drag tool. Let's adjust fingers with radiuses without validating. Here you can see the ease of making mirrors, which is one of the groupings. Let's validate our fingers. If we do subdivide, we can't soften the fingertips too much. For this, let's round the ends of the fingers with Smooth tool before subdivide. Select all validated fingers and remesh with voxel merge, giving value to resolution approximately 200-300, so that all merger marks disappear. Now smooth the joints with the Smooth tool. Open the views of the others and look at the state of our hands together with the body. We can turn it a little inward. Let's add cylinder from the scene menu to make our hero's shoes. We will use cylinder as the sole of the shoes, thin the cylinder to a certain thickness and give it an oval shape and open solo. Mirror the cylinder and turn it into the shape of the sole of shoes with the drag tool. Let's extend the toe part and make a hole next to the shoe. Expand a little on the side with the little toe of sole and by dragging give the appearance of a foot. After giving the shape, validate and subdivide the cylinder. Add a sphere from the scene menu for the upper part of the shoe. Give sphere a thick oval shape and place it on the soles of the shoes. Our next job is use drag tool to place sphere on the sole by dragging with small touches. As you know, we cannot use the tools without validating, so let's validate and shape them with drag tool. I'm speeding up some parts, otherwise the video will be too long. It's clear what I'm doing in speeding up. The purpose is to show the methods used to make a shoe similar to the one in the figure. Select Trim tool and line and cut off the bottom and top part of the shoes. First of all, let's create the basis of the objects. I will do the retouches later. Subdivide shoes and choose Inflate tool and sub to make a hole inside the cutted area. Let's choose the mirror and shoe parts and place them under the legs with the gizmo, and control by shaping the shoe from all directions using the drag tool. Then let's drag the legs into the shoes by dragging them with the drag tool. Now we will make shoelaces and bows. Select Tube tool, curve and make 3 laces. Adjust the laces on the shoe using the radiuses. After done settings with laces, validate and subdivide them one by one. Add the cylinder primitive to make bows. Select Solo to turn off the other's views. Thin the cylinder to a certain thickness and select the hole for the middle cavity. Mirror the cylinder and shape it with the drag tool after validating it. Here, our job is shaping. The bows on the shoes are the last part of our character. If you want, you can watch the video about making bows from my short videos. Move the bow we created to the top of the shoe with gizmo and drag it with the drag tool to adjust the bow. Select the mirror of the bow and validate it with the Join Children option. Rename and clone the bow and move it to the other shoe. Choose all laces and tap join. Validate mirror with keep instance. Rename every group you create to know what is. Validate all the mirrors. Now it's time to make the latest touches. I'll shape the upper outfit with drag and crease tool. Give the image of the outfit as if it was in layers. These final touches value the appearance of the object, so make these styles carefully and precisely. For example, I thought this outfit was a turtleneck sweater, so the curves everywhere are very important. Or how a line we will draw on the top of the turtleneck sweater changes the stance of the sweater. Choose the alpha that I created in the stroke menu in Procreate and shaped it under the sweater with stroke type dot. If you want, you can watch the video tutorial 7 for making alpha. The image shows a plain trouser. I will turn it into a tracksuit. For this, let's shape it again with the drag and crease tool. Add 2 track laces with tube tool. When shaping with drag tool, don't forget the radius settings. Lower radius drags the smaller place. Let's make tracksuit ropes with tube tool. Validate, subdivide after shaping. Add the torus primitive and make that iron slot where the track laces come out. Everything seems to be completed for our hero, yet let's look all around and correct if we have done more and missing. And now we have the lighting. As I have shown in detail in my previous videos, let's turn on the PBR mode and color it with the colors we want and add dimension with the lights. Finally, let's paint the eyeballs with the paint tool. For this, let's choose Alpha from the stroke menu and select the stroke menu dynamic intensity. Add a plane for basement and illuminate it as you wish with the lights you add. If you wish, you can watch it in detail from my lighting video. I'll come to the end of my video. If you want to learn more, please check out my other videos.